I think it's about time I did an update on how to make the circle papier-mâché flowers, because they're very, very attractive and you'll have a lot of fun making them. So here we go. I'm using this Porzella papier-mâché air-dried clay by Raya. There's loads of air-dried clays out on the market. I just find it so much easier to use already made because I'm so busy. You can make your own and there are lots of recipes out there too. So a little piece of it, it's very squidgy. What I do is I roll it into a wormy squidge, and I cut some pieces of tissue paper. So I've got a pile of them here, and I've got a cup of, it's really water with a dash of PVA glue, because you'll see where I need that now. So actually I sometimes wet my finger to begin with a bit. Taking pieces like that, just take them off so you've got them ready. Say about 5 or 6, and then I'll show you how I do it. I don't think we leave that there. These are some I made earlier. I'll show you how to do it. So one piece of squidgy papier-mâché air-dried clay on a piece of card, and then you just literally squidge it across the surface of the paper. Take another piece. The idea is to be rough, not controlled, but to go round in a circle, because you're making a disc, and smaller ones can be made into smaller pieces of jewellery, components for necklaces or rings or whatever, but I'm going to make this one a little bit wider. At the moment it's like that. So that's the right way to put it into, not quite sure how to do this, so you can see. So I'm just squidging it. So we'll do a bit more on that. And spread it out. And then, because the papier-mâché paste is slightly moist, it's going to mean that I can tear off. The tissue paper will just naturally break away from the edge of your decal-y thing. So, like that. Then, if you want to leave them flat, that's one way of doing it. They make nice brooches, but I sometimes like to make them conical, to make them into more of a statement piece, really. So I would tear it down towards the middle, like that. Dip my finger into the glue and just wet that backside there of the tissue paper. The tissue paper is just there as a sort of vehicle to make it easier. And then I bring that across like that, and maybe just pinch a little bit off just to make it more of a regular size. And then, see, it's conical and also rather nice. I have never used a microwave for cooking, but I bought one after having discovered that you can dry papier-mâché in it. So, and I've got one I made earlier here, which I've put a little circular, just a little blob of papier-mâché in the centre to create a sort of disc. And I've got one here that's like that. And I'm going to pop them in the microwave and show you how easy it is. About 20 seconds. So, off we go. It's amazing. I think the most important thing is to take the paper off, because I know there's certain things you shouldn't put in a microwave. Metal, obviously. Eggs, I suppose. I don't know really. And metal, paper. Paper is one of them. So we're just going to do it for a few seconds. That should be enough now. Ping. Whoa, now comes the steam. And out come 3 hot papier-mâché discs. Sometimes it starts, really doesn't help, does it, having that light there? But sometimes they start to bubble up. They just, at this stage, you can literally just press them back down. And that's quite hard. It's not entirely dry, but then I would just leave them to air dry And actually sometimes the bubbles that form are rather lovely, although they have got air behind them, so I'll squidge them. So first stage, smear it on. Second stage, tear it off. Third stage, microwave, or you don't have to microwave it. You can actually just let it dry out naturally. And then what I do is I take a pyrography tool, but this is just a soldering iron, but it's a nice thin one, and I'll show you, it just makes little marks. So I can show you on, I'll show you on this one. I tend to, because it's got a kind of conical end and then a sort of rim, if you press the centre into there and then press down like that, you start to create what do look like sort of stamens that you might find on a lily. So I tend to put sort of 5, say. Every now and again you get a build-up of carbon on the end. I've got a glass table here, so I just take that off. And you see, it really makes a nice mark. I'll just pop that back into there for now. And the other thing I do is I add a little bit of, this is acrylic gold size, which I put in the lid. Take some, and where I need it, I might put it round the edge like that. You probably won't be able to see how it looks by the end of this video because it takes about 15 minutes to go tacky. But it's lovely just to have that little tiny rim around it. And then also I might just sort of pop a little bit in between there. Then put it back in the water because you don't want that to dry on your brush because it just goes tacky. So that's waiting for gold size, and here's one I did earlier, and this one I'm just about to put the last little bit of gold leaf on, and that's it. Literally just grabs the gold leaf off the paper and transfers it onto the size, and then you can carry on burning into it. These ones here can also, you can put, I often do put, you see it's got a little central disc which I sometimes put metal leaf on as well in the centre, and then when they are dried out and gilded and I've got them to the level I want them to be, I will paint the back of it with epoxy resin. And there is a tutorial on how to mix up epoxy resin, and really all I do is just get an old paintbrush, the oldest I can possibly find, and then I just get it all ready on a sheet of glass, maybe with some plastic on top, so if anything does drip all over the edge it won't stick and you can just pull it off, and I just put it on. Sometimes I put it on over a plastic cup or something so that it's only going to put the, you can see it soaks in, and any excess is only going to create shine, which is not the idea. The idea with this is to create a matte finish, so they'll look, here's one I did earlier. They will look like that. Yeah, they do actually remind me of inside out limpet shells, but they're really beautiful, and they give you all sorts of ideas for components for jewellery, or you can make them much larger and make them into beautiful bowls. So, hope you can catch up. Gosh, 9 minutes already. See you on the next video. Bye.